Hi, and welcome to another video in Foundations in Maternal and Newborn Health. In today's video, we're going to be talking about fetal circulation. So in other words, the circulatory system of the baby while it's still inside the mom's uterus. And in this video, I would really encourage that you've watched the gas exchange video on how lungs work, as well as the adult circulation video on how the heart and the circulatory system works in adults before you watch this video, as we do use a lot of the information that those videos covered. So this is a picture of a baby inside the uterus. So this would be mom's belly here. And inside of the uterus, as you probably know, the baby is surrounded by fluid. So there's no air inside of the uterus. It's all fluid. And this fluid is called amniotic fluid. And this amniotic fluid has no oxygen in it. So the baby has nothing to breathe in. It can't breathe in any air to dissolve into the blood by hemoglobin. It has no way to pick up oxygen through the lungs. So instead, what the baby does is it sends its blood through its umbilical cord. And this is oxygen poor blood. And then as it's in the placenta at the side of the uterus, it actually drops off its CO2 and it picks up oxygen from the mom's blood. So it takes the oxygen away from mom's blood and it brings it back to the baby with the O2 it needs. So we're just going to take a look at what's happening here right at the placenta and the uterus. So this is a really zoomed in picture of the uterus and the placenta, and this here is the uterus. So this is mom's side. And this down here is the placenta, or at least part of the placenta. So first you'll notice that there's a lot of blood in here, and this is mother's blood. This is the mom's blood. And the mom pumps her blood over to the uterus through these arteries. And then at the same time, she takes out blood from these veins. And there are many of these arteries and veins, not just 4. There are a lot more. And you'll notice that there's quite a bit of blood here, and it's only at the site of the placenta. You get really a lot of mom's blood that sort of saturates, sort of fills in this space. And you'll see why in a minute and why that's so important. So the baby's blood is coming through these vessels here, and it comes in as oxygen poor blood, and it drops off its CO2 and it picks up oxygen. You can think of this site between the placenta and the uterus as being very similar to the lungs, because it's picking up oxygen, it's dropping off CO2, and then it brings it to the rest of the baby's body. So if you remember from the gas exchange video, we talked about a special protein called hemoglobin. And hemoglobin was what carried oxygen and sometimes carbon dioxide throughout the body. And so you can think of this as being an interesting interaction, because hemoglobin won't take oxygen from other hemoglobins. And so what the body does instead is it creates a special protein. The baby creates a special protein called fetal hemoglobin. And fetal hemoglobin is so special because it has a very, very strong bond to oxygen. And so as the fetal hemoglobin is passing through these vessels here, it'll actually rip the oxygen away from the adult hemoglobin so that it can carry this oxygen back to the baby.